Hello everyone, welcome back. In the previous part, we learned how to create and manage data marking files, and how the recorder automatically tracks all create and update actions. We saw how master data such as product master and tax rate records is captured along with its dependencies while the recorder is active. By the end of the previous part, our master data was ready and successfully marked inside the data marking file. Now in this part, we will continue with the next step and learn how to generate XML files from the marked data and how to review the exported data in detail. Once all the record data required data is captured in the data marking file, the system allows us to generate XML files that will be used for migration. This will explain the complete process. From this option, we select the data marking file preview, the marked records, and then click on Generate to create the XML files. After the XML generation is completed, we can review all exported records along with their link tables and hierarchy view. Finally, we can download the newly generated or even the previous XML files as a zip package. So now I will give you an overview of this process on the live system. Now let's move to the Onfinity system. Here I will explain and demonstrate how to generate XML files from the system screen. We will also see how the exported data is displayed in detail, so you can understand exactly what has been captured and included in the export package. Once all the recorded records have been created and captured in the data marking file, the next step is to generate the XML files. These XML files are necessary so that the data can be moved to another instance. To do this, go to the menu and select Generate Configuration Files, then click to open it. Now you can see then that the Generate XML file screen is opened. This is the main view of the screen where we will select the required data marking file and generate the XML files. On this screen, the user first need to manually select the data marking file from the dropdown. This file contains all the records that were previously created and captured. Once the file name is selected in the Select Module File field, three buttons become active. That is View Marked, Data, Window-wise, View Marked Data, Time-wise, and Generate button. If we click on View Marked Data, Window-wise, the system display all the marked master record data in a window-wise format of each table where we create the record or update the record. This allows the user to review the data based on each screen or form before generating the XML file. Similarly, if we click on the View Marked Data Time-wise, the system shows all the marked records in the order, or time-wise when they were recorded. This helps the user to check what actions were performed and what sequence before proceeding with the XML generation. Now I will explain this report in detail. On the left side of the report, we have the Select Module option section. This allows the user to select a specific data marking file in order to view only its marked records. This makes it easier to organize and review the data before generating the XML files. On the right side, we have the Order by Filter option. This allows users to sort the data according to their preference. The Order by Filter provides three sorting options created on Sort, the records based on the date and time they were created. Window names sort the records alphabetically by the window where they were captured. The last one, Table Name, sorts the record alphabetically according to the table name. By using this sorting feature, we can quickly view and organize the data according to the selected filter. This helps in easily identifying and reviewing the records based on the criteria we choose. Next, at the top right corner of the screen, there is a Delete button. If the user decides that certain marked data should not be exported, or if a record was marked by mistake, they can remove their marking from the report. To do this, select the record, let's say click on the Delete button. A pop-up message appears to confirm the deletion. After clicking OK, the system updates the report to reflect the deleted record. Additionally, there is a zoom icon available. By clicking on the zoom icon, the user can directly navigate to the screen where each record was originally created. This makes it easy to quickly review or verify any marked record before generating the XML files. Finally, at the top, there is a cross icon, which can be to close the report where we are done reviewing. Now, after reviewing all the reports, we will move to the next step, which is to generate the XML file. To do this, we click on the Generate button. Once we click it, The system creates new XML files, and an informational message appears on the screen to confirm that the files have been generated successfully. After the XML files are generated, the system displays the last file generated on details and enables the option to view export data and download the files. The last file generated on field shows the date and time when the XML files were last created. This helps the user identify the most recent file creation activity before generating or downloading new files. View export data. This option becomes active only after the user generates the XML file by clicking on the Generate button. Once we click on this, the system displays a detailed table that contains all the records data marked by the user during record process. Along with their main record, it also shows all the related tables that are linked to choose those records. The data display here is shown only after the XML files have been generated, because this view represents the exact data that is already included in the generated XML files and is intended to export. This helps the user clearly verify what data will be moved to the target environment. On the View Export Data screen, the system also provides a hierarchical view at the top right corner. This view shows how the exported records are linked with each other, helping the user understand the parent-child relationship between the data. Here, when we click on Show Hierarchy, all the table records are displayed in a structure format, along with their link tables. This view clearly shows how the records are connected to each other. It also includes a zoom icon here. By clicking on it, we are redirected to the exact screen where that record was originally created. Using the Download Files options, the user can download the currently generated XML file as well as in previously generated files. This allows the user to easily access and reuse export packages whenever required. After this, user can click on the Download button, which indicates that the newly generated file can now be downloaded. Once the download is complete, a .zip file is saved on the user's system. This file contains all the records that were created or updated along with their parent and related data. For example, if a product record is created on the product screen, the export will include not only the product itself, but also its linked information, such as product category, unit of measure, tax category, organization, and other related information structure is available for import into the target system. In this way, we can generate the XML files and use them to import the data into another environment. So this is all for generating the XML files. Please be continued to the next video, where we will learn how to import these XML files into another environment by using Import XML File process.